It's the night before NVIDIA earnings. So happy NVIDIA earnings eve to all the NVIDIAns out there, if that's a thing. On today's episode, what I want to do is take a closer look at some recent AI news like we do every single night. We're going to look at companies like NVIDIA, like AMD, and some interesting small robotic plays that saw a massive run up on the day thanks to some NVIDIA news. So let's take a closer look in today's episode.
I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
All right, so first we're going to start off here with NVIDIA. The stock is sitting at $182 after hours. The company reports earnings tomorrow, and I will be live streaming the earnings and earnings call here. So make sure to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button if you haven't, as this is going to be the best place you're going to get any semiconductor and AI news. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is today on August 26th of 2025, NVIDIA announced that industry leaders transform enterprise data centers for the AI era with NVIDIA RTX Pro servers. So they kind of gave us a list of leading companies: Disney, Foxconn, Hitachi, Hyundai Motor Groups, Lilly, SAP, and TSMC are among the first adopters to adopt NVIDIA's RTX Pro servers to speed AI reasoning, physical AI, and business workloads. And one of the main things is these RTX Pro servers are great if you still are kind of in general purpose clusters, or if you're just mainly CPU servers in your enterprise. You want to kind of get into the accelerating phase where a lot of these workloads can now be accelerated via some of the GPUs NVIDIA provides. So we can see this whole influx of enterprise companies picking this up. So Jensen mentions that the age of AI has arrived and enterprise can no longer rely on classical servers alone. They must re-architect for AI, said Jensen Huang, founder and CEO of NVIDIA. NVIDIA RTX Pro is the computing platform built for this moment, running today's IT workloads while powering the AI agents that will transform every company and every industry. Now, I would say this is not something that should move the stock price, in my opinion, but it's just kind of those little files we put in this bullish scenario and this bullish thesis of NVIDIA, right? You're seeing kind of enterprise adoption. You're seeing the need for enterprises to adopt this accelerating phase. And they gave us a lot of great companies, right? Manufacturing leaders like Pegatron, Quanta are using it. Digital advertising companies like Pugmatic are using RTX Pro servers to address new AI use cases. Aerospace manufacturers, providers in the software space like Amdocs, Cadence, and Synopsys are using it, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, NVIDIA also kind of mentioned that these RTX Pro 6000 GPUs are much better than NVIDIA's H100 for reasoning models, and they're also better than the L40s for things like digital twin simulation and synthetic data generation. So there is a huge market over here for NVIDIA and the RTX Pro. Overall, again, I don't think this should move the needle on the stock, obviously being a $4.4 trillion company. What it should do is just tell you, look, there is plenty and plenty of opportunities for NVIDIA to make revenue in this enterprise phase. Now, I just want to share my overall thoughts on NVIDIA earnings. I already covered what the market is expecting maybe 2 or 3 days ago over the weekend. I just want to say I'm a long-term NVIDIA investor. So personally, me, I could care less how the market reacts tomorrow. Obviously, if the market gets really excited, I will be happy. But what I'm looking for tomorrow is my bullish thesis still intact? What is the message around the AI space? What is the message of the AI demand? What is the message about the future robotics? What is the message of the future clouding? What is the message in your annual cadence, right? So those are the things I'm listening for. And if everything seems okay and the green light, and let me just say, I think the green light is going to be there. I think we're going to hear everything that I need to hear. It just continues to solidify that in the long term, NVIDIA will be a market beater for me, right? So I know it's the sucky answer because a lot of people are looking for my thoughts on how I think the stock will react tomorrow or after earnings. It's not what I'm here for in the investing world. So I don't want to just kind of create random thoughts because of that. As a long-term investor, I'm making sure my thesis is still on track. And that mentality has allowed me to continue to hold NVIDIA, even though it has been more than a 10x bagger in my portfolio. So just my thoughts there. Now, kind of going back a little bit into this RTX Pro servers, there are some cloud service providers that are using this already or offering. There's two. There is CoreWeave and Google Cloud, with additional instances coming later this year from AWS, Nebius, and Vultr. So you see that there are a few players that are not in this list, right? We saw Amazon, Microsoft not in this list right now. But two that are killing it in the AI space, and Oracle was another one. But two that are killing it in this AI space, in my opinion, are CoreWeave and Google Cloud. Now, CoreWeave, I would say this is one that I am buying dramatic levels right now. I market cap of $44 billion. This is a company in the long term, I believe, could be a $200 billion company. So mega, at least a four bagger for me if things continue in the AI space. So I am buying. I will be doing more of a video on my purchases maybe this Friday from CoreWeave, but this is becoming a heavy position. Anything here below the $100. So just wanted to share my thoughts there. Now, CoreWeave tomorrow, they do have a presentation at Deutsche Bank Technology Conference. I will be listening to that. Make sure to stay tuned to this channel if you want to know what they say about that. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be mainly focused on NVIDIA earnings, but you don't want to miss that. I will be covering that, so make sure to hit the thumbs up. Now, CoreWeave also kind of talks a little bit how they are kind of having their GB300 and BL72 production ready. They talk how it does deliver kind of way better performance than the Hopper platform. So great news there. The other thing that I found, and maybe this one, I was going to explain it a little bit, but I don't know if I might get too techie here. But actually, screw it. Let's get a little techie. So building AI clusters, these massive AI clusters, is a crazy task. But then what's also a crazy task is when you're running and training models, it takes days, months, even. And unfortunately, running these massive AI GPUs, you're getting a lot of errors, which kind of impact the training, impact the time, impact the cost, because now you're running your GPU cluster longer and longer. And a few months ago, Meta announced a training report where they mentioned that over 54 days of unplanned interruption, over 54 days at 6,000 GPUs, the H100. So it kind of showed that there is this massive reliability issue with kind of building massive AI clusters. So CoreWeave decided to come with the challenge and see if they can improve the reliability and performance and become kind of like not the perfect, but a way better than average for building these massive AI clusters. And they actually did really well, right? And the company mentioned that with these improvements, it would deliver about 6,000 extra GPU hours of additional effective compute and would be worth roughly 12,600 without changing the invoice. So this is, it just showcases that you need to engineer how to build your clusters, and CoreWeave is doing it really, really well. And whatever optimizations they used here is being used to optimize their new products and their new clusters, like the GB200 and BL72 clusters that they're building right now. And they mentioned their 9 percentage points on model flop utilization improvement from 42% to 51% translates to completing training runs 18% faster, saving nearly a week on month-long jobs. And that is crucial. If you are an AI company, you're going to look at that. You're going to say, I can do it faster. I'm not going to be paying crazy amount of prices because of I need the utilization longer. I'm going to go to CoreWeave to do it. And that's why I'm liking this company a lot. Now, I want to move a little bit more into the robotic space. We're going to jump back into NVIDIA here. And NVIDIA, recently, I did an episode yesterday where we talked about their Jetson Thor. And this is kind of the chip for the general robotics market. It is the brain for the robot, right? Now, there is a small robotic company called Rick Tech or Rich Tech. Rich Tech. I'm going to go with Rich Tech Robotics. And they tweeted this yesterday. We are thrilled to be one of the first robotics companies adopting Jetson Thor to power our next generational robots. Thanks to Nvidia for helping us secure initial orders. Together, we're shaping a new era in service robotics. This is a public company with a market cap of $414 million. Right now, in the past 5 days, ever since that August 25th announcement, the stock is up nearly 56%, killing it. Now, I'm going to go with Rich Tech Robotics. Let's just call it RR for now. They are accepted into the NVIDIA Connected program. They have a few robots, right? They have robots for production, which is Atom and Scorpion. They have robots for delivery, which is Titan, Medbot, and Matrody Plus. And they have cleaning robots. If you go to their website, you actually kind of see some of the robots as well. For example, this is a robot that serves cocktails at NVIDIA headquarters. Pretty fancy if you're an NVIDIA engineer. Scorpion kind of doing something similar to that. In Mercedes-Benz, you kind of see Titan moving tires. And in Walmart, you see Atom serving premium coffee. So they seem to have actual robotics and actual robots shipping right now. I think they mentioned that they have about 600 robots globally at the moment. So very low levels, but the market is liking it. I'm not going to say buy the stock, but it was just pretty interesting to see a small player that that is using NVIDIA solution that is part of an NVIDIA program and the overall price reaction. This is not saying, Jose, people go buy this, just want to bring the information to you. Now, the final company we're going to take a closer look at is AMD. And if you are enjoying the episode and you're still here, make sure to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. We just hit 75,000 subs. I appreciate you for that. But I want to do more, right? I think maybe by the end of the year, we can hit 85. So I updated the goal by the end of the year. Since we hit 75, I want to hit 85 by the end of this year. So for the next 4 months, can we get 10,000 new subs? I hope so. But even if I don't, 75 was my goal, and I'm very excited to hit it. AMD today was about 2%. There were three things I want to discuss. The first thing is this. IBM and AMD joined forces to build the future of computing. Companies aim to merge AI accelerators, quantum computing, and high performance computing to help solve a wide range of world's most difficult problems. So today, IBM and AMD announced plans to develop next generation computer architecture based on the combination of quantum computers and high performance computing, known as quantum centric computing. Obviously, IBM is a leader in the quantum space, and AMD is a strong player in the high performance computing. Actually, a leader in the high performance computing, right? With their AI server CPUs, with their server CPUs. Now, right now, it seems like they're just exploring how to integrate. So there's no set product. It's more of a research and development partnership, which is important, right? Because having a research and development partnership helps you understand if and when quantum computing becomes a big deal, you already have some form of information of how you can help out, or what solutions you might be are useful for. And I think that's what this is. Should it move a stock price? I would say no. Is it something that's going to impact revenue today, this year, next year, or even the year after that? I think the answer is no. Overall, it's great for research and development for when quantum computing has its time. I don't think it's going to be here within the next 2 years, though. So for me, it's more of a research and development partnership, not really much of a revenue partnership at all. Now, the other thing is on August 27th, and AMD mentions that AstraZeneca improved life science models training time with AMD Instinct MI300X GPUs. Now, this again shouldn't move the stock price, but it tells me one thing. Companies are using AMD's MI300X GPUs for something, and it does seem like they're getting some training. So it just showcases that AMD is trying to improve its software solution, its training solution, its AI solution, and it does have some customers out there. So that was definitely something to kind of watch. The big news is we did get a price target hike from a Truist securities analyst, William Stein, changed the rating to buy from hold and raised the price target to $213 from $173. The main reason is He believes that customers are now actually considering AMD as a genuine partner for large scale deployments of its technology, opposed to just being kind of like a price check against Nvidia in the past. He also kind of talks about how AMD in the past used to have kind of almost no market share in the server CPU and now controls more than 20%. He doesn't believe it's going to be the same for the GPU market, but it does showcase that AMD will try to eat market, and they are successful based on historical numbers. So he believes that at least 10% in the long term is possible for AMD in the AI accelerator space. So both those things are things we have discussed in this channel in the past, but just in case you wanted a professional to tell you, that is what they're saying right now and did increase the price target for AMD. So that's all I have for you in today's episode. Take care, have a good day, and see you all next time.